Here it comes. You're listening to Am I the Bolcast, the only podcast about Magic the Gathering that you're listening to right now. It's me, Mike Rosa. That's right, the same guy. I'm back. We got another episode ready for you, and we're excited to get into it. But before we do, we got to talk about our sponsors today. Our sponsors, as always, are cardsphere.com. Cardsphere, get your cards here. Get that referral link in the description of the episode and sign up. Start trading your cards. Look, I've been having so much trouble finding Marvel Superheroes cards that I want because the Jumpstart situation is a nightmare, and I'm sure maybe we'll get into it later. But, man, what a nightmare it's been. But the only place I've been able to find things online has been Cardsphere. I've not been able to find anything at my LGSs nearby. It's all been Cardsphere. So shout out Cardsphere. Use the referral link to get every single you need to update your decks. And also, a shout out to our sponsor, boneboxgames.com. Bonebox Games, get yourself a great deck box. Use promo code Bolcast for a little something off your next order. They've got a new deck box in the pipeline that I'm very excited for. It's very cute, and I think it comes in a couple colors with a detachable compartment. It's very nice. So shout out to Evan and Jesse. Lots of love to them. We're diving in. We're getting there. It's time for the interview. We got a couple guests on today. And you know what? I'm going to throw to them. We're going to have them introduce themselves. So take it away however you would normally do on your podcast, because I would love to hear that right now.
Sure. Hi, everyone. My name's Light. I'm Indominus Lux on the internet. My pronouns are she and it. I like to build decks and then I write funny words about them on Moxfield. You may know me from the Indominus Rex, and maybe just that. Those are my words. I'm throwing the microphone at Medusa.
Yeah, hi, I'm Medusa. I'm here.
She did it. That is about how it goes on the podcast.
Yeah, but you're both podcast co-hosts for the GasLyght.
Oh my God! Wow!
I mixed it up. Sorry, Ken. Sorry, Ken. I already.
Fuck. Sorry, Ken.
We're all going to apologize so much today.
Yeah, we are the co-hosts of the GasLyght Gatecrash Girlbite podcast, the Magic the Gathering podcast for the girls, gays, and giant monster enjoyers. Find us on the internet where you find your podcasts. We talk about magic and monsters, and we field questionable hear-me-outs. It's a good time.
Questionable hear-me-outs. What's your favorite if you had to pick one from like a recent episode?
Oh my God. Well, the episode I'm working on editing mostly right now is an entire episode going over the monsters of Ikoria, where the three of us, myself, Medusa, and Bugs Matrix, rank the Ikoria monsters on whether or not we would them. Sorry, Ken. Whether we would milk them on a farm, as in try to get some kind of produce for them, or if we would enlist them in our army to fight the encroaching colonizing of General Kudro's forces.
Okay, and what's the most surprising, like, yes, I would.
We were all just so down for Sylvar, Devourer of the Free, immediately.
That's great. Sylvar is like the one of the backup commanders with partner, right?
Yeah, it's the evil cat
deck?
with the knife hands.
Oh, that's right. That's a cat nightmare. Oh God. I mean, it's a cool looking cat.
It sure do be.
Is it got 6 arms and legs? Is that?
Yeah.
Am I crazy? What is this? That's crazy. It's a sack outlet in the command zone, which I can dig. That's what's up.
It's a wood. That's what it is.
That's a wood for sure. Yeah, get into it. So if you're not familiar, get familiar. GasLyght Gatecrash Girlbite, wherever you get your podcasts. You got it on Spotify, on YouTube, probably Apple Podcasts, all the good places that you get your podcast. And make sure you support them by following them. GasLyght, spelled like light, Lyght, as in Light, our guest today. You know, that Gatecrash and Girlbite, all single words. So if you're looking for it on Light, it's all GasLyght with a Y together, Gatecrash, and Girlbite, also 2 words together. And make sure you subscribe and listen and get into some, honestly, wild conversations.
We're also just at GGGcast on Blue Sky, and you can find our links there.
Yeah. So let's get into it. How's things been in your magic world these days? Let's throw it to Medusa right now. How you been lately, magic wise? How you been feeling?
How have I been magic wise? Interesting question. I feel like I have let's see, I just got finished probably like a few weeks back with a revamp of a few of my decks. So I try and do revisits and revamps for decks a lot, especially when they're not really playing to type. So I just did one of my first decks, and the first one, the one that I was really playing a lot when I was kind of getting into the Magic sphere online. I've played Magic for like 17 years, but when I was kind of getting back into like the social media side, Magic, Blue Sky, and all that, was Dina Soul Steeper. I just recently completed a revamp of her that takes her in like a very go wide tokens, pest tokens direction, making use of a lot of the cards from Strixhaven, Secrets of Strixhaven Commander.
Hell yeah.
I feel like there was something else important that I did recently, and now I don't know what it is, but...
You've put out a couple deck articles for Sharoon. And
yes. Thank you. Yeah.
Am I crazy? I saw some Farrakha got like a...
Yeah.
another...
Yep, I started a Ko-Fi, which I have holds out hand. And I have 3 deck articles up there. Last year I did kind of a mega thread on Blue Sky about all of my paper decks, and this year to kind of keep it a little bit more readable, because Blue Sky is not always the best for long form blog content.
Unfortunately,
I have moved that content over to Ko-Fi, but never you worry, tips are appreciated, but all of those articles will be perfectly free to view.
Awesome.
So
What's
you can find
the Ko-Fi link? What do you got that?
Yeah, it's just going to be the lovely Medusa, I believe. But you can find out my Blue Sky, which is also the lovely Medusa, just like everything else that I have. Ko-fi.com/the lovely Medusa. I also sometimes post pictures of other adventures. I'll probably get an electric forest photo dump up on there at some point. Might get there will probably be a Dragon Con photo dump at some point once as Dragon Con kind of is a little bit less than 2 months away at this point. And yeah, it's just something that I started, something that kind of gives me a place to aggregate all my different types of content that is maybe a little bit more readable than Blue Sky for some of those longer posts and larger photo dumps, and also if you want to throw me a little something for the effort, I do appreciate that.
Oh yeah, I also
go right into my little treat budget.
Now. I pulled up the Farrakha write-up from last month, and I gotta say, the choice to use the online-only Farrakha God of Affliction art, very cool. I had no idea they did this.
Oh yeah, I have that art, and I do have that art in paper, actually. Fun fact.
Really?
Yes.
Well, it's like a proxy of...
That's awesome.
Foil proxy.
This is incredible art for this card. What a beautiful piece of art.
Absolutely banger art. Shout out to whoever the artist is on that. Oh, yeah, of course.
Yep. Look, you can't go wrong with the original, because Peter Moorbacher is one of those people like that really gets how to make these colossal beings look incredible. But this is just so commanding. Her presence on this card. Farrakha looks incredible. There's like the night, like under the snaky drape around her. Like, I don't know if that's a snake or if it's just herself, and it just, there's the constellation kind of like purple sky. It's beautiful. If you haven't seen this art, it's from Pioneer Masters, and check it out on Scryfall. I hadn't seen this until...
Remember Pioneer.
Wait, what was that? What?
Pepperidge Farm remembers.
Pepperidge Farm remembers the Pioneer format.
I remember.
How old is the Pepperidge Farm joke now? I can't...
Pepperidge Farm remembers when the Pepperidge Farm joke was current.
When did the
Speaking of Pioneer, I also recently, this is a little bit further back, but I also recently revamped my Tebal Arbiter of Truth deck
Okay.
to be essentially a Pioneer back when Pioneer was young and fresh. There was a deck called Dimir Inverter that got very quickly banned, which was Thassa's Oracle Inverter of Truth combo.
Right, yeah.
So we've created a very complicated line to tooth and nail out Inverter of Truth and Thassa's Oracle. And the cool thing about it is because Tebal gives all your spells delve, you get to delve away the stuff in your graveyard so that you can turn that into a win. And I got to pull it off in a game probably about a month or two ago, which felt super good to do. It was really sick. I'm using a lot of cool tech in there, like Celestial Reunion, Lotus Light Dancers, Lotus Light Dancers. Shout out
Celestial Reunion right now.
Shout out Lotus Light Dancers, by the way. Like, card is basically Doomsday, and I love it.
Oh, right. Celestial Reunion's like another Green Sun type thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right. Except for rewards obsessive typal synergy.
It rewards being obsessive over your type, which you have been doing a lot of.
Yeah, I certainly have been. It seems like the Pepperidge Farm advertising, the Remembers thing, started in like 2004, and the meme got popular in 2012.
That's so wild. Family Guy jokes from back then.
Yeah, I was gonna say it was a family. I remember it was a Family Guy joke.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say, man, this is Lotus Light Dancers is talk about how rare you don't want to open 3 times in your pre-release kit. That's what happened to me.
Oh no!
Yeah, it did not work out for me. But also, it's like I'm not a tutor player, even if it's like a Buried Alive effect. But it or like an Entomb, I guess would be the better comp. But I really love that they like make you pick a black, a green, and a blue card for this. I think that it's like, yeah, get 3 cards, but hang on a second.
So while Medusa goes for like a reanimate a Sphinx that lets you Snapcaster breach the multiverse, the direction that I take Lotus Light in Indominus is usually I will find Brokos, Apex of Forever, and Renata, which is her name, read the card text, or what the card is called, Teacher's Pest. And I will then reanimate the Teacher's Pest onto the battlefield as a 1/1, and then I will mutate Brokos from the graveyard onto Teacher's Pest. And now I have a constantly recurring 6/6 with trample from my graveyard to do with whatever I want.
What?
Yeah.
How does that work? Hold on. Teacher's Pest
Lotus Light is a black-green 2-mana 1/1 pest with menace and says green-black, it does the reassembling skeleton thing, it re-enters the battlefield tapped. It is a green-black non-human. So I can choose that as my green card with Lotus Light Dancers. I can choose Brokos as my black card with Lotus Light Dancers, which is a 6/6 5-mana Nightmare Beast Elemental, I think, who says you can cast him for his mutate cost, which is 5, from the graveyard, and it's a 6/6 with trample, so you mutate Brokos from the graveyard onto Renata, which is her name, read the flavor text, and then you have a 6/6 menace trample that if it dies, you can just bring it back, and it's cool as hell. And then another card, I don't know.
How do you bring it back? Does mutate
Renata?
sticks in the graveyard?
So, Brokos specifically says you can cast it for its mutate cost from the graveyard. So you bring back Renata first, you bring back Teacher's Pest first, it's on the battlefield, and then you mutate onto Teacher's Pest.
Yeah, for like 7 mana, you keep that train going. Yeah, it's nasty. It's nasty work. You're gonna be slamming no problem. Brokos is a very interesting legend. I'll tell you what. It's like Brokos and Otrimi are really the mutate cards that have caught my eye, but at the same time I'm like, God, I need more mutate stuff for me to
too.
I think we only got that one, and we only got that one set. We need another one for sure.
Go back to Ikoria, give us more mutate.
And then you'll have another episode where you discuss whether you
yes, there will be a version 2.
Yeah, exactly. I wanted to ask you, like, how are things with you when it comes to your Magic stuff? What have you been thinking about lately? What's got you going?
I'm obsessed. I'm lost in the sauce mines, as Cole would put it. But But
Hell
what
yeah.
Cole doesn't know or doesn't respect is that I have protective gear when I go into the sauce mines. I know what I'm doing, I know where I'm going, and I'm perfectly happy where I am. But I have the Medusa and I have this infinite cycle of constantly inspiring one another with our deck ideas. And right now, the pendulum has swung back into me from me watching Medusa do cool stuff with Teval and Lotus Light and Celestial Reunion and Formless Genesis.
Oh yeah, Formless Genesis.
Yeah,
that card is so cool. Okay, Formless Genesis. Okay, I don't think you realize this about Formless Genesis. Formless Genesis, the changeling text is so impactful on that card.
Yeah, it is.
So the way that I was using it is you have your Celestial Reunion, which is you behold two creatures. If those two creatures have the same type as the creature that you are tutoring for, you get to tutor it onto the battlefield. So you behold your Formless Genesises as I beheld them as Sphinxes. I beheld them as Sphinxes. I have no other Sphinxes in the deck. I behold them as Sphinxes because there's a tooth and nail in my graveyard. It got milled. So I pay the mana, delve the mana, behold them as Sphinxes.
Hell yeah, that Teval is
Scholar
so sick.
of the Lost Trove. Celestial Reunion into Scholar of the Lost Trove. Scholar reanimates Tooth and Nail. It casts Tooth and Nail for free because Entwine is an alternate cost that you can choose to pay upon cast. You can still pay the 2 for Entwine. Like anything like that, like any of those, like you can cast it for free without paying its mana cost. You can still choose to pay alternate costs, which is sick. You do have to pay the cost.
Sure.
But you can pay the cost. You were not locked out of paying the cost because of those things. So, so you entwine it. Thassa's Oracle, Inverter of Truth. Let's go. Gangbusters.
Scholar of the Lost Trove is definitely a card that I need to be playing more of. What a friggin' card.
Scholar of the Lost Trove is essentially just my favorite commander, Shroom. But also a Snapcaster mage.
Totally. I mean, 5/5 for 7 flying is like nothing to write home about. But if it enters and you can cast an instant sorcery or artifact without paying its mana cost from your graveyard, like that's beautiful. I mean, I feel like I should find room for this in my Marchesa Dealer of Death list, which is like
certainly.
Oh, so sick! It's just like it's a reanimator list that uses all these instants and sorceries that I avoid playing because I love having effects on bodies. So I'm a bigger like Metamorphosis fanatic or Karmic guy kind of reanimator guy. But with Marchesa Dealer of Death, I was just like, I'm gonna play the spells version. I love reanimator. I got to switch it up, and then this might just be a nice 2-for-1, especially when you can bring back an artifact. The artifact stuff is so sick.
Yeah.
It's just such an interesting little wrinkle to it that adds a little bit of utility to it, and I quite like this guy.
But anyway, like you took you saw that with Formless Genesis. Wait, this card slaps actually.
This card sorry, Ken.
I couldn't remember the name. That's why I didn't swear there.
Yeah, no, I heard it. So Formless Genesis, another thing that's super important about it. So it's listener, it is a 3 mana kindred sorcery that says Shapeshifter on it. The card has Changeling, which means that it is all creature types in all zones. Sorcery is all creature types in zones. It makes an XX Changeling where X is the number of lands in your graveyard, and it has Death Touch. And you can retrace it, which means you can cast it from your graveyard by discarding a land. So the basic use is that you can continue making bigger and bigger shape-shifting changelings, death-touching changelings, and putting lands into your graveyard. Cool, awesome. Did you know that Radioactive Spider says, search for a spider hero card? Not a creature card, a card, which means Radioactive Spider, which is a good card in my Indominus Rex deck, because I can discard it for 2 keywords. Yeah. It has Reach and Death Touch, so I can play it on turn 1 and say, no dragons here. And I can sacrifice it to find Gwenom or Superior Spider-Man or Symbiote Spider-Man, who are all in the deck. Or I could use it to find Formless Genesis.
Spicy.
There's also a land that lets you pay for and sacrifice it to tutor a dragon to your hand. which matters because I have Elder Dragons that are win conditions in my deck, or
Tight.
I could use it to find Formless Genesis. It's
Exactly.
awesome.
Formless
And then
Genesis
Celestial
is pretty
Reunion.
sweet, especially it got a reprint. So it's from the Duskmourn Commander decks, from the Winter deck that wants Delirium, which is great because it's got Kindred and Sorcery on it, so it counts for 2. But it was reprinted in Edge of Eternities in the Hearthhole deck, and it's like, what a solid spot for this card. What a solid spot for this card. No, not really sure what the Changeling implications would be in that deck, but like anything with Retrace, give me more Retrace.
I love Retrace.
A body that's a little rattlesnake that you can keep making for 3 mana. I'm sorry, you're not gonna keep coming here. That's for sure.
And it's sick because for me, one of the sub themes in Indominus is literally Death Touch and Trample Matter. I love having Trample and Death Touch specifically and getting payoffs for those 2 keywords. And also when I mentioned Brokos, I can mutate Brokos onto these changelings. Oh, no, I can't. Sorry, I can't actually do that because they're humans. They're humans. So I keep forgetting that part. I haven't actually f***ed that up Ken, in a game yet. But
I'll say that mutate, I understand the flavor reasons for not being able to do it on humans.
It's so annoying.
I get it.
I hate it.
Yeah, totally. I'm annoyed by it, especially because it's just like, oh right, this sure. It's like it's fine. I
found a fix for that actually, thanks to Marvel, because they gave us Sauron, Dino Devotee.
Oh, come on.
Who is a dinosaur vampire villain. That's f***ing sick. I have dinosaurs and vampires and villains in the deck. That matters for Celestial Reunion. It also matters because I have dinosaur synergies and I have a Curse of the Dunyard, which can regenerate vampires. This is what I've been doing for the last 2 months, Mike. I've been obsessing over Celestial Reunion and Formless Genesis. I'm not okay. But Sauron can turn people into dinosaurs when he enters or attacks. He puts a Saurian counter on them and it converts them into a 5/5 dinosaur. No other creature types.
No other types.
You can turn humans into dinosaurs. They're just dinosaurs, and then you can mutate onto them.
I love when things change types. I do have a Master Transcendent deck, which is the one that wants you to. So it enters and puts rad counters on a player, but then also you can tap it to put target creature card in a graveyard that was milled this turn onto the battlefield under your control, and then it becomes it's a green mutant with base power and toughness 3/3. It loses other colors and other types, so other creature types. So it's just like, oh great, I can finally mutate on a human if I really wanted to, because I just milled this. What's the only human I have in that deck? It's not like particularly necessary to get it, but it's like, yeah, I can make that happen. Who cares? This is the closest thing to a typal deck I have is the Master Transcendent. Is that and Genova basically are both mutant decks, I think.
I have been so locked in on these cards, and I have been doing so much research on it for both Indominus Rex and also in Indoraptor. I realized, go listen to the episode 69 of the Hero's Blade Vibe Check. Yeah, nice. Podcast to hear me talk about the Indoraptor more, but I realized that Rex and Indoraptor tech could overlap with what I've been studying. I've started to develop a new archetype that I'm calling Biosphere, which is specifically looking to overlap kindred strategies and payoffs while avoiding the parasitic downside that you normally get when you try to put too many ingredients in like a kindred soup. And it's been very satisfying, and it's working.
Yeah, this is a thing that we've actually like both been doing quite a bit is like custom archetypes, or at least like custom archetype names.
Fun.
So yeah, so Light coined Biosphere. I have 3 big guys. Yeah, 3 big guys. Are you familiar with 3 big guys?
I'm not familiar with 3 big guys. Tell me more about
3 big guys. So 3 big guys was actually also derivative from Light. Light, old Indominus Rex deck, and kind of current Indominus Rex deck too, but it was a little bit more like front and center. And the old one was like, all right, we're gonna do a bunch of other stuff, but we're going to like basically put out this lightning rod, put out with this like hexproof, trample, flying, vigilance, haste, whatever keyword 6/6, and then we're just gonna hit you with the 6/6, and you're gonna like deal with the 6/6, because otherwise the 6/6 is going to kill you because it's just pressuring you. It's just pressuring you turn after turn. But at the same time, like, we're not Voltron. That's not our plan. We're going to be, like, playing other nonsense as well. So I'm like, okay, this is cool. This is cool. We have, like, our 6/6. Like, okay, a 6/6, you just put out a 6/6 with some keywords, and, like, like, people go nuts. People go nuts. It's great.
They do really get scared of the 6/6.
So I was like, okay, well, I have 3 opponents.
Of course they do.
So I was like, okay, well, I have 3 opponents. And I have Sauron. I have Sauron. I have a Sauron Lord of the Rings deck.
Okay.
And I'm like, all right, Sauron is really cool. He's a 9/9 trampler. On cast, he amasses 5. He also mills 5 and reanimates a creature from your graveyard. So if you have a big creature in your graveyard. So what I was finding with Sauron is that he naturally fell into this pattern of cast Sauron. I probably have, like, some amass from something else. So, like, make, like, a 7, 5/5 to 9/9 army. Reanimate Witch King or reanimate Troll of Khazad-dûm. That deck is entirely Lord of the Rings themed, so they're all Lord of the Rings cards. But, like, reanimate Warg Rider. Like, reanimate some other, like, big guy with keywords. Reanimate the Balrog of Moria, Light's favorite. And then you have 3 big guys. Right? And then you have 3 big guys. And, like, if one of those big guys dies, that's fine because you have 2 other big guys. But you have 3 big guys. You can send them after the same opponent. You can send them after, you have 1 for each opponent. Shroom is also this. It's a 3 big guys deck. Shroom is a 5/5 that can be a commander damage threat, especially if you put the Iron Crag on her. She reanimates something like Magister Sphinx or Sphinx of the Steel Wind, and then, like, usually you'll just kind of naturally have another big guy with that deck because there are so many big guys in that deck.
And then you have 3 big guys.
And then you have 3 big guys.
3 big guys.
3 big guys, usually with flying or some other evasive keyword. So that's my kind of take on Stompy. And you can play this. This generally floats around, like, the mid-range control area. Lately, I've begun working on another archetype. Are you familiar with Yu-Gi-Oh at all?
No, not really. I really tried to stay to one card game because my wallet is
that's fair.
Not thick enough to handle the rest of them.
Okay, so in Yu-Gi-Oh, there's this idea. There's a archetype of deck that revolves around putting a card out that is Bogles in a way, where it basically revolves around putting out the most big ass uninteractive, like, chud that you've ever seen. Just like the chuddiest
Dragoon.
Just like the chuddiest chud card, that says, like, this card is unaffected by card effects. Once per turn you can, like, negate a thing, like that type of thing.
Oh god. Okay, sure.
And it's just a big wall. And then, like, like 4,000 attack, like, whatever, because, like, Yu-Gi-Oh is crazy.
Yu-Gi-Oh is crazy.
So I'm like, you could do this in Magic. I'm currently toying with that idea. I've been toying with the card Parination a lot because Parination is 6 mana, Abzan colors, reanimate.
Oh, that's right.
Reanimate a permanent. It reanimates with a hexproof counter. Hexproof and indestructible counter, or just hexproof? I forget.
It's both.
It's both. Hexproof and indestructible counter. You know what's great? You know what's great to reanimate with that? Herald of the Eternal Dawn. You can't lose the game and your opponents can't win the game. 5/5 or 6/6.
Yeah, it's a farewell or bust.
Big guy. 6/6 flying. You know what's great to have is, like, you could also call it. So I'm calling it towers because you have the tower. Instead of 3 big guys, instead of 3 heads to the dragon, you have 1 tower, and the tower is, like, it's not Voltron. It is all eggs in one basket, but it's not Voltron because where Voltron is, you have your creature and then you're putting little augments on it. So you have the vessel and the blade. With this, you have 1 big creature that is your blade and you are the vessel.
Oh yeah.
You're piloting the mech. So I love it. Brizella is another creature that I think is going to be great for this. A little bit of inbuilt protection. Also, Brizella is really easy to get through with my chosen commander for this deck, which is Nethroi.
Mm-hmm.
You put Bruna and Gisela in the yard, mutate Nethroi onto something, and baby, you got a stew going.
What a nightmare. I can't believe Brazella is.
It is a nightmare.
It's an
Literally.
Eldrazi. Well, Nethroi
No,
is a nightmare. You're right.
Nethroi is a nightmare, yeah.
Brazella is one of those like achievement unlock cards that you're kind of like, man, one day, one of these days, and here you are having achieving the
plan
dream for
A.
many people.
That is the plan A.
That's so sick.
Well, the plan A might be Herald of the Eternal Dawn. Just put that out there and become ungovernable.
Well, yeah.
Oh my
She's
god.
plan
A1.
Parination, hexproof, indestructible counter on Herald of the Eternal Dawn. I am ungovernable. What are you going to do about it?
That Parination isn't limited to creatures. I think Parination being able to hit permanents is pretty solid.
I've wanted to do that to a planeswalker significantly.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I was thinking like, man, how fun would it be to have a land that you have earthbended all to on? Just
that would be cool.
Yeah, and guess what? How much stuff can target lands anyway? I guess never mind. I think
if it's a creature, it becomes a creature.
Exactly.
Then you can target with creature stuff. But
I'll say I heard. So Medusa, you mentioned Magister Sphinx, and I feel like I just need to read some text on Magister Sphinx.
You don't have to.
I have to. I think
I
do.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I want you to know that this card, Magister Sphinx, is my... Before we read this off, I want you to know that Magister Sphinx, over any other creature or singular card in this game, this is my signature card. He is in my banner on Blue Sky. He is the card that I think we talk about in podcasts a lot. I've talked about him a lot. I've played him a lot. Why. I've killed people on stream with him. This is, without a doubt, if someone knows me for a card and it is not one of my commanders, it is probably this one.
You can't see me staring at the ceiling defeatedly, but I am.
And it makes this card makes Light unreasonably mad. Light hates
it makes me unreasonably mad because you only target me.
That is categorically not true. Sometimes I flicker it and target multiple people.
Gang, we got give me a quick sec here.
Yeah.
Magister Sphinx it's not unreasonable to be upset that you're hit with it. But it is funny. Magister Sphinx is a 7 it's a 7 mana 5/5 flying Sphinx for 4 and Esper. So 4 white, blue, black artifact creature Sphinx. When it comes into play, I'm reading the conflict printing. When Magister Sphinx comes into play, target player's life total becomes 10. It's so funny. It's great. It's a nightmare.
Yeah.
Oh, cards that were printed to be like, that's half your life. No, that's a quarter of your life now. That's what you get. If I had to say what I knew you for, Medusa, it would be Sharoom and Magister Sphinx.
Mm-hmm.
And am I mistaken in my assumption here that coming onto Am I the Bolcast, where we discuss pet peeves and stories where you may or may not be the villain, that Magister Sphinx and a particular post on Blue Sky might be potentially a topic that we get into here for your story, or is do you guys
hey, absolutely. Yeah, let me run this. I'm not on camera, but I want you to picture like me pointing at the camera like Uncle Sam. I want you to do your part.
No, God damn it.
Hey listeners of Am I the Bolcast? Medusa here. How are you? You been good? You eat enough today? All right. Well, anyway, let me get into this. This is before I want to preface this by saying this is not a joke.
It's not.
It is not a joke. This is 100% serious. If any of you can provide me with proof, and I will need Light's corroboration on this, but if any of you can provide me with proof, provide me with a screenshot, provide me with a clip, something that you set Light's life total to 10 in a game of Commander. There is Magister Sphinx. There is a Sorin Markov Planeswalker that does this as a -3. If you have someone else at 10 and you swap her life total, or you're at 10 and you swap her life total, it has to be to 10, though. I'm very picky about this. has to be to 10. If you provide me with that proof, I will send you via Venmo or Cash App 10 real US dollars. But wait,
that's like $4,000 Canadian.
wait,
So.
There's more. If you do this on a stream, if you do this on a live stream, I will send you $10 and a $10 donation to any charity of your choice.
Within reason.
Within reason.
Sure. Yeah, you're not gonna pick like you're not gonna do it to like a nightmare charity.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, charity in quotes. I also believe that the stipulation is that Light must lose the game as well.
Light also,
yes,
I
must
Light
lose
also
the game.
must lose the game. Light cannot win the game.
Okay.
She does not have to die by your hand. You do not have to win the game, but Light must lose.
Yeah,
My
so
name
two
is
conditions
Light,
need to be
otherwise known
fulfilled.
as Indominus Lux, and I approve this message.
And
you approve it?
and there's more. There's more.
Okay.
If you do this on stream and you follow it up with Hidetsugu's Second Right, which is a card that is 3 and a red.
Come on.
So I believe it's an instant. If target player is at exactly 10 life, Hidetsugu's Second Right deals 10 damage to them. If you kill her in that manner, you have to have all the pieces for that, okay? You have to set her life total to 10, and then you have to hit her with Hidetsugu's Second Right, and it has to kill her, okay? If you provide me proof of that, then it will be $20 straight to your Venmo or Cash App, or even I could probably do PayPal account. And also $20 to a charity of your choice.
You hear that, Rakdos Mages? Get your Sorens and your Hidetsugu's Second Right and try to find Light on whatever convoke table you can get to.
Hey, I'm Indominus Lux on Blue Sky. My schedule's pretty open.
This offer stands. This offer is first come, first serve. As soon as someone claims it, I will post on my Blue Sky that it has been claimed. I encourage you, there will be no more reward after that if you do it to her after that point. Unfortunately, you will not receive any dollars from me, nor will I make any other charitable donations for that purpose.
Right, the bounty had been fulfilled, and that is it. It's
However,
it's a one-off.
I would encourage you to always do this because it would be so fucking funny. Sorry, Ken.
We were just on a random phone call one day, and Medusa said, I want more people to set your life total to 10. I think that would be funny. And I said, I'm glad that doesn't happen. And then she posted a bounty on me.
If that isn't love from one of your friends, I don't know what is, though.
It is, unfortunately, an incredible display of love that she placed a bounty on me. And that doesn't make me happy about it.
Look, here's the thing. The sooner it's done, the less likely you're going to have to, deal with it. From other people.
I've got something ready.
Okay.
For my next game of Magic the Gathering.
If it makes you feel any better, I have no reason to play Sorin. I don't really have a deck for Magister Sphinx. But I think, next if we get to play online sometime, maybe I'll make some swaps and we'll claim some bounty. We'll send it all to charity if I get it.
Fucking watch out for deflecting SWAT, you goons.
I'm not gonna. I'll play right into it, but then I'll get it back and make it happen again. I'll flicker the hell out of a Magister Sphinx. Now I'm making threats. It's fun to have the first ever bounty on the podcast. So if
I'm honored.
If a listener does it, shout out to you. You could you can, I don't know what to say. You know what? I'm gonna add to the bounty. If a listener of the Am I the Bolcast claims the bounty and you prove that you claimed it from Medusa and that you've listened to my podcast, I will also send you $10. I bet it will be Canadian. It'll be Canadian though.
$30. If one of you gets me with the fucking Hidetsugu, that's $30.
Oh yeah, no. If you do the hit, I'll put $20 down for the Hidetsugu double down. That's not a problem for me. We'll do the 40 because it's charity too. but I'm not gonna do the conversion app thing in the USD. It's gonna be Canadian. I'll just send what I got. But also,
Yeah.
I can only do PayPal or an e-transfer if you're Canadian. So if you're Canadian, it'll be a lot easier. So shout out to my Canadians out there. We'll get our banks to do the transfer for us.
I'm gonna have to kill Cole.
No, Cole's if Cole wins this, I'll just take him to lunch.
Okay.
When I'm out in Vancouver again. So that's the first bounty we've ever had to discuss. Light, how do you feel about all of this?
Look, I'm playing into the bit to some degree. This is very funny. I love a good bit. I am minorly agitated that in my games in the foreseeable future, I may have to worry about an increased number of targeted, your life total becomes 10 loser effects. However,
I will say, I'm withdrawing my ability to do this as somebody who is, I can't claim it now that I've added to the bounty.
Yes. That makes sense.
Yeah, and also to say that I will probably do this sooner than any of you, and I will also, obviously, I'm not going to claim my own bounty. It doesn't count. I do this to Light. I want you all to know that I do this to Light on the regular. I probably set Light's life total to 10, 1 in every 5 games we play together.
It's got to be 1 in every 4, but yeah, it happens often enough.
That's a lot of times.
It's a lot of times,
so funny.
Mike.
I remember there was one game specifically where, like, I played, like, Mana Rock, Ramp or Draw Spell, Stern Lesson, the one that's, like, make a Power Stone, draw 2, discard 1.
You discarded
and I discard
Magister
Sphinx immediately, and you're like, what do you mean? It's so early. It's here already.
What do you think?
It's like turn 3. Come on.
The absolute despair that Light feels over that card gives me so much life.
Vaultborn Tyrant upon ye. Vaultborn Tyrant upon ye.
What is Vaultborn Tyrant going to do when your life total is 10? Also, that's why you deserve it. That's why you deserve it. Is because I've seen you gain like 50 life in a game. I'm pretty sure. I mean, to be fair, I also have Dina. I've also gained like 50 life in a game, but you know what? I have a sweet small innocent bean, and you are it's my understandable stabilization versus your barbaric life gain. My glorious Sphinxes versus your vile dinosaurs.
The reality of this situation is I did it to myself because in several of my decks I play an aggressive amount of very powerful life gain cards. And in Dominus Rex specifically, I play a lot of very powerful dump my life into this effect to get the most out of it.
Hell yeah.
And I went, hey, yeah, that's cool.
The counterpart to Valgavoth is in fact Magister Sphinx.
Yeah.
Yeah, Valgavoth can't do anything after that. You're gonna really need to get in there for some damage with him.
Oh man, you were saying something though about like a time that I was a villain in a game, right? Because I do have another story for this. Because I do have another story of a time I did it to Light. So as Light mentioned in Dominus, this deck is largely built around like there are a lot of ways that you can just dump your life total into things. Shroom does not have a lot of life gain. It does have one incredibly powerful life gain card though, Filigree Angel, which is enters battlefield, 4/4 angel, costs 8 mana, crazy. Enters battlefield, you gain 3 life for each artifact you control. This is usually somewhere between the range of 15 to 30 life.
Yes.
You can flicker it very easily in this deck.
Oh yeah.
So what I did was I have another card that is one of Light's nemesis, Ghost Vacuum. I Ghost Vacuum a Belladros Witherbloom out of her graveyard.
Come on.
I make a 1/1 spirit Belladros Witherbloom with double flying, which is fantastic. I think that double flying means that it should fly over things with regular flying too.
Oh, don't start.
Hot take.
And only be blocked by things with reach, because things with reach could just like reach up really, really high. No, actually it should be the opposite. Things with flying can block things with double flying because they can fly higher, but things with reach, the double flying flies too high for reach.
Anyway. I agree with that. Anyway. So I had this, in Belladros Witherbloom is pay 10 life, untap your land. Untap your lands. Do that once. Yeah.
Per turn. So I'm getting like 15 life off Filigree Angel. I have like Conjurer's Closet or Mind Stone or like something that is allowing, I forget what exactly, but like something that's allowing me to like reset this Filigree Angel pretty often.
Hell yeah.
It might have even been just cloning it. I might have just cloned it a bunch of times. I don't remember.
A lot of artifact clones. Filigree
Yeah,
Angel
so I'm
also an
gaining like
artifact, by the
30.
way.
I'm getting like, 15, 30 life a turn, spending 10 on it to untap my lands immediately. And Light is just
That's
over here
awesome.
like the funniest thing is that I've also stolen Belladros Witherbloom's effect with Hazel's Brewmaster in one of the first games I ever played against Light
Ooh.
with. Similar situation, just untapping my lands, gaining a bunch of life. I think Light, be so real with me. Have I used your Belladros Witherbloom more effectively than you have?
No, not overall. Not across all of the games that I have played Belladros Witherbloom in. You have used it more effectively than me in the games you have stolen it from me, which is
fair.
3, which is more than any
3?
other player has stolen Belladros Witherbloom from me. That
Yeah.
number across all other players is 0.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, if I had a reanimate in hand, I'd probably target Belladros Witherbloom with it.
Like
If
one day,
you discarded it to Indominus Rex, which, by the way, we haven't even discussed what Indominus Rex does because it's got this wall of text on it. Just give it a look on Scryfall, but it's a keyword loving card. Enters the battlefield, discard any number of creature cards. It enters with a flying counter on it if a card discarded this way has flying, and the same is true for a whole bunch of keywords, including hexproof, indestructible, etc. And then when Indominus Rex enters the battlefield, draw a card for each counter on it. So it's like you could have, like, what is it, 13 counters, or is that too many?
It's 11, I think. Oh no, it's
12.
I think it's 12 words. 11 of them can be on Indominus because there's no card that you can play in an Indominus Rex commander deck that will give you double strike.
Oh, fair. Yeah, okay.
There's none that exist.
That's right. Double strike is like a white and red thing that hasn't made
And
its way over.
colorless, unless of course it's not. There's so many colorless double striking cards that are like, well, if you do this, now I have double strike. Vision. Vision, the colorless good one, because it says he gains double strike. We were so close.
So close. This close. You gotta apologize to Ken twice for that.
Sorry, Ken.
But this is like a big beater that comes down with so many keywords and is a 6/6 and draws you maybe 11 cards. You know, if you've discarded so much. So yeah, of course I'm not
in
gonna
my
feel
deck
bad.
she enters with like 5 to 6 keyword counters on her, because that's all you need. But yes,
That's a lot. That's a lot of them. You're filling up your hand all the way.
it is all you need. You need to discard 3 scary creatures and refill your hand. That's all you need to do.
And then on top of it, if one of them is Belladros Witherbloom, you put that there, finders keepers, and I got this now. I would not be upset at seeing this at a table if I just dumped it into the graveyard after I cast my commander that refills my hand and so on. I'd be happy to
It's
get
just
rid of that.
wild to me that she's stolen Belladros 3 different times with 3 different
great.
cards.
I live
What
for
was
that.
third?
This is
I can't remember.
Was
I
it
can't
just
remember.
a reanimator?
It was probably just a reanimator spell.
Was
like
it in
a default
Marchesa?
reanimator.
What deck was Aiden
Yes.
playing?
Yeah, I think it was Marchesa.
Just like Marchesa and Burial Rites or some. Not, I don't think I'm Burial.
Not
I
on
don't
burial
know.
rights.
It's whatever it was.
Can't be.
Yeah.
Is this Queen Marchesa or is this
Queen.
Marchesa the
Mardu.
Black? Okay, yeah, okay.
Queen
so Burial Rites
Mardu-chesa.
makes sense. Great card. I don't think you're the villain in that story. I think you played to your outs and you did the right thing.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, boo. I'm sorry, Light, but it's scary. You know it's scary. You got a big
I know it's
dinosaur that's doing
scary.
stuff.
The play groups I run in, I gotta be carrying knives and I gotta be ready for knives.
Yeah,
I'm not sorry that the cards are scary.
I play more battle cruisy stuff, so it's like the stuff isn't necessarily scary right away. It's when there's like 7 cards in play that I'm like, okay, well now I'm set up. That's my way of playing. That's how I like it. I play removal light and I let other people do it.
Show the panel. Don't remove me. Show the panel from My Hero Academia from the finale that's like Go Beyond, and it's like Cole, Quinn, me, and Medusa.
That's the crew.
I
right
was thinking
there.
of the 3-way Jujutsu Kaisen domain expansion.
Yeah.
I wonder. Just a quick question for you. Like, do you play Henry Wu in your Indominus Rex deck?
No, because
No,
he cares
he doesn't
about
have any-
humans,
Okay,
and
that's fair.
there's not
No
very many
keywords.
humans.
Did you ever stick
Yeah.
with Did Henry Wu ever go anywhere? You were on that minute.
It
I was
is
wondering.
technically still on my shelf, because I want to go back to, like, I need to take another spin at Sultai Earthbending. It's just I got distracted for a period of time and then forgot about it.
Yeah, that's fair.
And I just haven't come back to it. I intend to at some point, but also, like, that's going to become Idris and Uma and Indra. That's what it is.
Uma and Indra.
Uma and Indra is going to be, I think, the Sultai Earthbending deck.
You should explain what that is.
What
Because
is Uma
no
and
one
Indra?
except us knows what that is.
Well, Colin Quinn might remember. Uma and Indra is a pair of OC magical, semi-intelligent dinosaurs, planeswalkers that Medusa created for a custom plane. And that
they're not actually planeswalkers. They just go through omen
that's right.
paths.
That's right. They go through omen
Nice.
paths.
They're just
not
really good at
planeswalkers.
sniffing out omen paths because they eat ley lines.
And Medusa designed some partner with commanders for them. One's a blue black, and the other's black green. And they're a pair of like
Nice.
tyrannosaurs that are siblings, nestmates.
Okay.
What are they called? The hex? No,
The
it's
witch tyrants.
Witch tyrants. The witch tyrants. It's a brother and sister. One has, and they do swamp stuff. They put swamp counters on things and do things that scale with your swamps. So they're a pair of like custom commanders that are
The second
very
you
cool.
start prioritizing black, I'm listening. That is my thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I could pull them up super quick because their effects are not that complicated. I just need to do desktop and then magic projects and then are they probably by their name is the folder, which means it's at the bottom. No, that's not it. Do I have? Oh God, I have so many folders. Chat, where did I put them?
You gotta stay organized.
I certainly am not.
Editors know.
Neither
Cut
am
this
I.
bit out.
Sorry, Ken.
Yeah.
Indra and Uma found them. It's by I, not by you. Okay. Most recent. So please open up. And then this is the Indra that has trample. Indra, Tyrant of Might, is a 6-mana green-black elder dinosaur that partners with Uma, Titan of Mystery, trample, 4/4, territory. When Indra enters, put a 1/1 counter on it for each player who controls a swamp. Then, if you control 3 or more swamps, Indra fights a creature. If that creature dies this turn, its controller loses life equal to its power. So it's a bite spell with a little bit of a drain effect on it.
Very fun.
Yeah, and then Uma is a 4-mana Dimir elder dinosaur with menace, partners with Indra as a 3/3. Territory, when Uma attacks, put a swamp counter on target land. A swamp counter is a swamp in addition to its other types. If you control 3 or more swamps, draw a card for each opponent who controls a swamp.
Okay, is that on ETB?
It's on attack.
Oh, both of them on attack. Okay.
Indra is on enter, Uma is on attack.
Right. That's sick. Honestly, very fun designs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm way in. I mean, Urborg goes nuts in that deck, I assume, right?
Obviously, Urborg is the easy way to make that work, and so I just specifically don't play a land shooter.
Swamp Benders.
Foggy Swamp Benders, too.
The Swamp Benders are also... Man, talk about a card that I've bought like 2 copies thinking, well, this is going to go directly into my only 2 green decks, and then they don't work in either of them, which was a bummer. But I'm sure I'll find a spot for them, because it's really cool to have the Urborg text on a creature, especially on a non-black creature. I do think that's pretty fun.
And I think that with these 2 custom commanders, even if you play Urborg, like, they're balanced well enough, because the ceiling is literally you get to draw 3 cards on an attack trigger. That's the most powerful thing that can happen.
Right,
there's nothing beyond
how many swamps. Yeah, it's swamps to your opponent's control or something, right? It's like
it's the number of opponents who control swamps. So the number maxes out at draw 3 cards on a 3/3 with menace. You can stop a 3/3.
Oh, easily. And then on top of it, I mean, not for nothing. Like this is like, I can't think of many reasons to play games beyond 4 players in a pod unless we're really squeezed for it. Like I do think 4 is such a perfect number for the for Commander. But if there was a pod for like 6 people and you really all wanted to play 6 people, I'd be like, let's do the thing that scales. Like I would rather see like Indra Numa in the command zone, or like a Tesa Opulent Oligarch or something, that scales with the opponents, just because like how often is this ever going to be this powerful, I think that'd be a pretty fun pod to get into. Maybe that's something to organize.
That would be neat if I ever thought I wanted to play a 6-player Commander game again in my life. I've done my time.
Absolutely not.
At a con, maybe, but I don't know if
at a con, I just have better things to be doing.
I think the only 6-player games I've played at cons have been like, it's the convention space is closing. We have 45 minutes. We don't want to break off into pods of 3. We're doing this and we're going super fast. And like we've got a group hug deck in there and a Punisher deck in there. And we zoomed through it and it was so fun. And I've done this a handful of times and it was like a good time. I do recommend it every now and then to be like, well, things can get really nutty and it's not as difficult to track as you think it would be. But it's really fun. I think just, 4 is better. It's so much better. There's no doubt about it. I think we're about to hit an hour here, and I know that Medusa, you've got somewhere to skedaddle to. But before we do that, I just wanted to ask you: is there anything else? Like we've talked about stories, we've talked about your podcast, we've plugged in. I'd like to hear: is there any parting thought you would like to leave us with? We'll start with Medusa and then go to Light, and then I'll wrap things up.
You know what, fam? Here's the deal. Let me get in real close here for a second. My fellow Magic players, here's how it is.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people complain about 2026 Magic cards. I feel like I've seen this for a while now. I feel like I've seen this since like maybe Modern Horizons, maybe a little bit before War of the Sparkfire era. Like, dang, these 2024, 2025, 2026 Magic cards, they sure do have a lot of text. They sure are power creps. They do everything. Man, I just can't play big stinky cards anymore. And I'm here to tell you that I'm still killing people with Magister Sphinx in 2026. You can do it. You just have to have enough hate in your heart. As long as you have enough hate in your heart, it's like the Sith. As long as you have enough hate in your heart, pretty much anything is possible.
Well, there you
when
have
I
it.
get
That's
in, Light and I are great. Light and I are great friends. When I get into a Magic game with Light, Light is fucking lucky. Sorry, Ken, that we play on webcam so that I am not there to vault over the table and behead her myself.
And I deserve it.
And you deserve it every time.
You said that with the it sounded like you expected Light to be like, "Aw." Like I do think it was a little touching.
Yeah, for sure.
I love this thought of like, 2026 Magic is nuts. We can all agree that things have gotten like really crazy. I literally just wrote an article about this for Cascade, so check that out if you haven't already. It should be coming out in issue 2. The idea of being like, there are so many people focused on optimizing and redundancy and really leaning into the new cards. And my thoughts are, if you play worse cards, you can still have fun with them and you can still crush. There are still powerful cards that are technically worse, but if you play them well, you're going to do great.
Yeah.
I think it's a solid point. I'm right there with you, Medusa. It's awesome.
There's so much room for expression and utilization of cards.
Thank you.
And I know some people don't like to go into that deeper thought. I get it. If your thing is just like, I have my one deck, I play it on Saturdays when I'm off work and I don't want to get crushed by all the new cards. I get it. But like, you can spend a little bit of thought tinkering on it. You can spend a little bit of thought trying to flex a little bit more creativity with your flex choices and like the way you're thinking about it. It's fun.
You can do
flex
so
slots.
Much. Have some fun with it. But make sure that you know, how many times have you cut like down to 105 cards and it's agonizing. Now you have a little sideboard. You know what I mean? Like, okay, these ones didn't make
I'm
it
a
because they were the
big-
last couple to sleeve. They're gonna get another game in later.
I'm a
Flex
big
slots are
proponent
in.
of sideboards with Commander in like
Completely
just like
agree.
very casual. Like I have these 20 cards that I'm not sure like which 5 of them I want to play. So
Yeah.
I'm just gonna test different versions of the deck,
Totally.
different times that I play, and like don't use it as like I'm trying to counterplay my friends. It's just like flex the variety of the cards that you're playing in your deck, so you get new
Exactly.
experiences.
I'm right there with you. I think that like if you've never worked with a sideboard in EDH, like enjoy it, try it out. And also, I think that if you're thinking that there's any such thing as an auto inclusion in a deck, you're
There's
wrong.
not. Don't play
No.
Soul Ring. I don't play Soul Ring. I
I've
win
taken it
so
out of-
many games of Magic.
I
I
have
play
taken it
Soul
out
Ring.
of.
I play Soul Ring, and I win many games of Magic against Light. So you know what? Take that as you will.
I play Soul Ring in 2 of my decks, and I have 30 decks, and I've taken them out of all the other ones. And all I'm asking is for you to consider Soul Ring's slot in your deck. Is it good? We know, yes. But what else does it add? Is it just going to be a nightmare to start the game, or just
No.
an accelerator at the
It
end?
makes
Nah.
it makes Light mad every time I play it. So
Yeah,
that
so
adds
that's
a lot.
bet that has a number
see,
value
that's a
for
bonus.
That has
for
a number
Medusa.
value. I don't play it in Ferica and I don't play it in Dina because neither of those decks really need that level of acceleration.
Right.
And especially for Ferica, the colorless mana is not actually
Right.
very helpful.
No, it's brutal. But I'm with Light on cutting Soul Rings, and I'm also supportive of Medusa for playing Soul Rings. I think that if you're going to play Magic the way you want to play it, and you find people that are willing to play with you in that same spirit, then you're on the right track, and that's what it's all about. And frankly, I know that like there are people out there, like Light is saying, if you have that one deck and you play it on Saturdays after work and you don't really give much thought to your deck, you're just happy with what you've got. I don't know that person listens to this tier
Yeah, that's a
of
very fair
podcast. So I think
Are
that
they
we're all
this
pretty
invested?
entrenched.
Probably not.
No, not likely. So we're all pretty entrenched here, and I think that it's like important to interrogate how your deck building style supports you and what you want. If you're not like somebody who wants to think about it so much, then that's fine by me. Enjoy your game. If you are somebody who feels the staleness that comes with all these redundant pieces and like, I have so many Soul Rings because I have so many decks, and I have to put one in every deck, and Command Tower goes automatically in every deck, and blah 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 or whatever. They don't. You do what you want with your deck, and if you have a theme, you play within that theme. If you want to make an exception to the theme, that's also on you. I don't care for green. I'm starting to play green a little bit to have some fun with it, but I might just stop playing green cold turkey because I don't care. I don't care. I'm having my fun. That's all it's all about, It's a game, baby. Have fun with it.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
I have a thing potentially
Hit it.
as a closing thought.
Do it.
Medusa, do you think I can tease the big thing we've been working on a little bit?
Ooh.
Yeah, I mean, I think you can do whatever you set your mind to, babe.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. I guess I can.
Within reason.
hey-
Oh, sweet.
Within reason. Hey, listener, you might know what Cascade is. Cascade is pretty fucking sick. It's an awesome production. You should be supporting it if you're not, and reading words written by people who love Magic the Gathering.
Hell yeah.
But you know what's better than one cake? 2 cakes that are different. So if you like what Medusa and I have got going on, if you like I messed it up myself.
Yeah, your own
GasLyght
podcast.
Gatecrash Girlbite. I'm tired, man. Keep an eye out. I have been teasing the idea of a big project all year and then pushing back as I've learned that launching large projects takes more time than I anticipated. You learn things
pretty
as you
tough.
start things.
Yeah.
It's tough. We're coming up on the real thing. Probably September. I'm talking with people. Things are moving.
Ooh.
Funds are positioning. It's going to be
Ooh.
sick as hell. Do you like consuming Magic content made by the community of people who love Magic
Well,
and
yes.
other things like Dinosaurs? Fucking go follow us on Blue Sky. Indominus Lux, the lovely Medusa. Get ready for some cool shit.
Keep your eyes peeled. And also, sorry, Ken, on Light's behalf.
Oh, yeah, sorry, Ken.
It's
Fuck you, Ken. Sorry, Ken.
Don't you? All right, that's out. You're out of here. How dare you? You don't get the time.
And that's
Ken,
how
like
we
that.
and that's
Oh
how
my
we
God.
never
Ken,
get
cut
invited
that
back.
out. No, it's the last.
Thanks,
It's the
Light.
last
I'm
episode.
so
We'll
sorry.
see
I
you
can't
next
take
week.
her anywhere.
Love you, Ken. I'm so sorry.
Shout out to Ken, our sweet, sweet baby angel, who's done nothing
Yes.
wrong
Well,
ever.
you know what? I guess now that we've unlocked that can of worms, gotten that out of the way. Good night.
Okay, well, I guess that'll do. Make sure you check out GasLyght Gatecrash Girlbite, wherever you get your podcast. GGG Cast on Blue Sky, The Lovely Medusa, Indominus Light. Make sure to set up your games with
Technically
Light
correct.
online. Did I mess it up? What I do?
It's Indominus Lux, but Lux means
Indominus
light.
Lux, yes. Technically, in Latin, I made something happen there. Indominus Lux, my apologies. And I'll say this: set up your games with Light so you can claim the bounty, which has now been raised. So if you're a listener of the podcast and you've gotten in on this bounty, shout out to you. Let's get those Manchester Sphinx landing. Let's get that Soren going. And let's see some Hitotsukus.
I've got my Doom playlist ready.
I mean, I think if after this podcast drops, I hope nobody hits the bounty before the podcast drops. I think that's what I hope. I'm knocking on wood for that.
I will simply not play Magic. No, I'm kidding.
No. You gotta you play, you do what you gotta do. No tipping, no scales. But we'll have this out as soon as possible. And to you, the listener, shout out. You can check us out at amithebolas@gmail.com for your stories for the column Am I the Bolus on edatrek.com. Check out my writing over there and on Cascade. I've got another piece coming in issue 2. And they're going to start sending out the physical copies of issue 1. So if you've ordered that you're waiting to have it in hand to read some stuff, I've got 2 articles in there. One that's really sad and one that's about Creed. And they're not the same article. Isn't that fun? So just make sure to check out Cascade, EDHREC, and shout out to all the pals. And it's time to scoot the day. We're going to get out of here. It's the last episode, but we'll see you next week. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye.